Did you know an outdated space can earn thousands a month? I'm Tyrell. I own and manage over 16 Airbnb listings, and I'm here to show you how I transform spaces like these into cash flowing rentals. Ready to see the step-by-step transformation? Let's get started. So I just checked in, about to see how this bathroom looks. We painted the door and the walls. See how we like this new color. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. I actually really like it. I was nervous, but I think it looks really good, especially with the undercolor here. Like, there's a base color and then there's this like reddish design on here, but the base color goes well with the background, which also goes with the grout. Really brings out the grout in here. So I think in here looks really good. Now, as for this, it's a different pattern, but when you're standing back here, I think it meshes really well. Actually, let me try and stand from where the light's coming in. You see, I think it meshes really well. So I'm very happy about that. That takes out a majority of the heavy lifting that we have to do. A lot of things are a lot of small things now. So I'm currently at Home Depot trying to get some things off with this bucket list. However, so many options. Just really hoping I choose the right ones. People think this is the fun part. It's actually one of the most stressful parts of the job. You can fix things, you know how to fix things, you just gotta do it. When it comes to picking out certain like things that you think would make the space look nicer, that's where the stress comes, because things can actually look nice when you see them, but if it fits with the space, it's a completely different question. But I'm gonna try and get as much things as I can today, so tomorrow I can go in and knock out what I need to knock out. Alright, so I'll let y'all know how that goes. Alright, you guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little overwhelmed in Home Depot. So I think what I thought was gonna happen today was I was gonna buy as much things as I can for this space at Home Depot. Just like, you know, things that still involves a lot of construction. So like some new lights, some rods, some shower hose, little things like that. I realized that I need more of a vision of what I want. I thought the vision would come to me like while I'm at Home Depot. However, I realized I need to go back home and re-strategize exactly what I'm looking for, because they have so many options. And if you don't have a clear vision of what you want in that space, it's not like I'm working with someone who already has a vision. I sort of have to create it for myself. If you don't have a clear vision, you may get overwhelmed with the amount of options, because you may like things, but the question is, does it fit with the space? Not only that, another question is, can I get it cheaper somewhere else? Another question is, there's so many questions that could potentially blow your mind. So I think the best way to avoid that is to either one, get everything via online, which isn't a bad option. The only problem with online is that you don't really know the sizing of everything, which may be an issue, because then you have to send stuff back, wait for refunds, all that stuff. But I think I may wind up getting most of my stuff from Amazon, only because when I went to Home Depot, I was able to see a lot of the things that I actually did want. And the reason why I didn't get them at Home Depot is because they were more expensive at Home Depot. So I saw things that I wanted, I noted them, and I saw if they had them on Amazon. A lot of those things they do have on Amazon. So I think I'm just gonna wind up ordering it off of Amazon. So yeah, at least I don't have to do as much running around as I thought I had to do today. I can go home, fix a couple things, spend most of my time on my laptop trying to order some things, and hopefully they get here by the end of the week. Like I said, the process, I just want to make sure everything is mostly done by this week. So if I can have that be the case, then great. All right, so we came back home, we reorganized, and by reorganizing, I mean we completely just cleaned up the best way we possibly can. I find it easier for me to think if I have a clean space to think. So I'll show you guys what we cleaned up. Starting with the bathroom, we took everything up off the floor, like the drop cloths and stuff, so that we can see like how the bathroom clearly looks. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to each room, each part of the place, and try and figure out what specifically each room needs. As you guys can see, we cleaned up the kitchen. This is where most of the mess was. We packed all the tools away on the side. This room looks pretty much the same. We cleaned up there. I have a lot of stuff in the hallways that I plan on taking out, but basically everything that we don't need, we're taking out. And then we're gonna walk through each room, figure out what is needed for each room, think of some ideas, and then start making purchases so we can figure out what specifically we need, what's our vision for each space, and how we could bring it to life. So it's also nice to see the place a little bit more clean, because it does give me a lot more vision, a lot more direction as to where I want to take this space. All right, guys, so now we are replacing these two wall scones, and we are changing them to a new, more modern black scones. As you can see, these are clearly outdated. They just have a naked light bulb on top, and they have this painted up toilet paper over it, acting as sort of like some type of cover. But we're just gonna break the whole thing down, and hopefully we don't run into any old wiring that might break easily. Hopefully the wires are still strong, and make this place look a little bit more modern. I think it's a small upgrade that will make a big difference. Since the actual light has been painted over so many times, I have no idea where the screws are that have this spot mounted or have these two lights mounted. So finding where these screws are is definitely gonna take some time. But once I find it, it'll be as easy as replacing the same ones it'll be as easy as replacing the same lights outside. Just a couple wires, a couple screws. We'll get that up and running. But you guys see it here. This is the last time this wall will ever have these, and I'm excited to show you guys what the end product will be. It don't matter what they have, because no one can market the way we do. What you know about that? Let's go. We just compound. I have to wait for this to dry. Probably won't be dry for another like 4 to 6 hours. And then I'll have to sand it and then paint it. And then we can put the wall scones on, but it's coming along. For now, we'll just move on to the next project in the meantime, which I think will be the shower head. So let's go change that. We are changing this water faucet off of this because it's very old, very outdated, and we're gonna put this bad boy on. So one of the major upgrades we are doing is we're changing the blinds from regular blinds to zebra blinds. Now, zebra blinds has a more modern look, a modern aesthetic, which really brings out a lot in the room, especially depending on like what color you pick. I definitely stay more around the neutrals. However, the blinds are really good, not only because they're modern, but they bring in a lot of sunlight while still maintaining a sense of privacy. So that's why I really love them. This is the first time I'm actually utilizing them. I stayed at a place that had them once and thought they were really cool. And I think that they will do really well in this apartment, especially because there's a lot of sunlight that comes in here throughout the day. I'm gonna show you guys how we put it up and then show you guys how it looks. And then it'll be better to see it come to life. And then I got some high chairs.
Yeah.
Try and have them commit to.
Yeah, ready?
You linking anything tonight?
Huh?
You linking anything tonight?
I'm gonna take a lot of energy out of you. You definitely radio recovery, bro. They look unsightly. Honestly, just faster to cover.
We are switching out all the lighting in the apartment. As you see, the lighting just got great. That is from the outside. That is from the windows. But we are switching all the lighting in the apartment to these type of lights. Those will be the hallway lights and the office lights. The bedroom will have a different light along with the other bedroom. And then we're taking out the living room light. And then we will also be taking out the kitchen light. So upgrading all the lighting in here. We will also be finishing up these lights on the wall and putting some new sconce there. Once we get the lighting pretty much fixed and set up, it's pretty much assembling the furniture. Let's try and wrap this up. Every day that it takes a little longer to do this day we're not making money. So let's try and get this done as fast as we possibly can. All right, so let's start with the lights in the main bedroom. Get that going. This is the light that we'll be putting into the kitchen. This is how it's going to end up looking. So, excited to see how it's going to come out. I got frustrated and I just locked in. I didn't care to record nothing, because I'm trying to get certain things done by the end of the day, but I realized I should update you guys. So first, let me update you guys. These work and they look great. The walls just need to be wiped down, but they work lovely and I'm very happy for how this came out. It's gonna look so great, especially with the TV right there in the middle. Oh my goodness, I love it. Alright, y'all. We're in the attic. Boy, is it dark in here. We're gonna try and find the old fan brace / light brace up here. Disconnect that. And then we're gonna add the new fan brace so we can set that fan up in the living room. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we found it. Trying to stay on the beam. Alright, we did it. Remove the brace. If I get it for you, it's right here. Now it's time to go downstairs, put in the new one, screw it in, make sure it's secured, and then we're gonna put the fan up all before the night falls. Alright, let's get out of here. We're about to get this up and running. I did install the fan brace, so I'm just waiting for that paint around the rim to dry because it was discolored there when I took the light down. But yeah, I'm happy that's coming along really well. And then waiting for this part to dry as well. I did not get the machine screws for this. If I'm able to run out and go get it after I install the other fan and quickly install this, that would be great. But if not, I will have to do that tomorrow. And then we would pretty much be done with electrical. So that's the update. I had some time to wait while I waited for above me to dry. So yeah, there's the update. Can't wait to show you guys how things look once it's all done. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to show you guys how things look once it's all done. But yeah, this is the, I don't know what day, but of me turning this old property into an Airbnb. I love the way it's coming. After this, we focus strictly on cleaning and then furniture assembly, and then we're good to go. We're good to get it listed. So, yep, that's all I got for updates. Until the next one, when this bad boy is up, running, and spinning. Yo, when I tell y'all I had to lock in for like the last 3 hours of the day, yo, let me tell y'all, we got it done. Regardless, look at how beautiful this light look. This light look, oh my God. God is good, man. I'm happy we were able to get it done. We found some screws that worked. We was able to get it screwed up. Now let me show, let me show y'all why I'm really hyped right now. Because we also got this bad boy. What? Woo! I will show y'all the fan moving, but I think I'm gonna show y'all that in the morning because I got some compound around the top drying up right now. I don't want to really move it while it's drying, but boy, we got both lights up, the two masterpieces, and it looks amazing. I could go to sleep feeling really good about today. We really locked in, got some things done. We got the wall lights done. We're good to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm about to go sleep, eat, and enjoy the rest of my evening. Good morning, yo. How we doing? Past couple days have been a little slow because I've been extremely caught up with other things, but just to give you guys some updates on how the space is looking. This room is basically done. It's not more that needs to be done besides replacing this, which we will get to today. The hallways is done. We just have to paint that. That's the attic that will get covered. Bathroom is pretty much done. I'm about to go and get a bucket with soapy water and get to cleaning. But yeah, everything is mostly, from a construction standpoint, things are mostly done. I gotta put the knobs on there. I have to clean this counter. Apparently there's some grease, and we gotta get rid of all these paint marks. So we're going to be doing that. We're gonna be doing some touch-ups at the bottom down here. Make sure those are filled. We're going to vacuum this couch. By the way, I did get a new couch. Let me show, I'm gonna show you guys this couch in a second. But the fan is up. It works amazingly, and we're gonna clean this couch up, vacuum it up. This is baking soda, guys, just to make sure that it smells fresh. Put some fragrance in the baking soda. Windows is done. Those need to get wiped down and washed, so we're gonna take care of that. The TV's up, but yeah, this is the couch. It's an amazing sectional. It's gonna come across this whole area right here, making in here look very homey, very spacious. This is the bedroom. The bedroom is pretty much done. All we have to really do in here is set up furniture. We're gonna look around, see if we have to touch up anywhere. But I think for the most part, places are touched up. I know we gotta touch up around here, but these lights work perfectly, and so does this one. And then same with the windows, wipe down the windows, make sure the windows are in decent condition. And then we're going to tackle this room, which is also pretty much done. We just need to wipe down the windows again and get a nice rug. But as you guys can see, we covered up here, and all the rooms are pretty much good to go. It's a lot of small things, which is why I'm trying to attack them now. But I think I'm going to start off with probably vacuuming this and then probably going after the windows. I think those are going to be my 2 things for today. Not even 2 things. We're going to try and get as much things as we can done, but there's so much to do. There's so much of little things to do. We got to get it done because I need to move on to the next thing. I have a couple new clients on the way. I would say a couple new Airbnbs on the way, and I really want to get this out the way before I have to pivot and put my attention to those Airbnb properties. So it's a race. I have other like external things with the cars, with other commercial properties as well that's going on. But we're gonna push through. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this going. But until then, here's my update, and let's get everything going. So we finished cleaning all the windows. Just to give you guys an update on how things look. Windows are looking spotless. Things are very clear, transparent. It looks so much better. And they also make the apartment just look newer. I'm telling you guys, it's clean. So we are replacing this old, I guess, stainless steel faucet, and we're putting this brush nickel faucet to replace this one. So let's get to it. Another day, another upgrade. Nah, I tried. Another day, another upgrade. So we installed the new sink. It looks great, works perfectly. It's gotta be versatile. You're doing plumbing, you're doing electrical work, doing carpentry, you gotta do a little bit of everything. But there's nothing that you can't do. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, so originally I was gonna mount the TV, but I have this floating like TV or floating shelf that will be going along down here, like right underneath the TV. So I figured it's probably best to put up the shelf before putting up the TV. So last thing you want to do is put the TV in a space or place the TV in relation to the wall without it, and then you put this shelf underneath it, and then it's like, no, the TV is too low. So I'm gonna put the shelf first. Shelf is gonna go right above the molding. Hopefully it comes out really nice. And then I'm gonna put the TV above it. We're starting the furnishing process. So right now we are building the bed in the back room. That is the tan room, just so that we can get some ideas of how we want to begin complementing the furniture that we have in here. So we're going to, yeah, she's back there.
Yeah, we're here.
Creeping.
We're working hard.
Yeah, you're working really hard. Yeah. So we are about to assemble the bed and then see how it looks from there. got our bar table, which we're gonna put along this wall. So we're gonna cut this bar table because I think it's 24 inches. So we're gonna cut it down to about 16 to 18. Not sure which one we wanna do yet. And then mount it on this wall. We got our theater system set up. As you can see, we mounted the TV. It looks great, it looks perfect. And not only that, Brianna's father blessed with a 65-inch Fire TV. So now the TV is even bigger than what it was before. And it looks absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm gonna get a sound bar to really put some depth in the experience in here with this couch right here. And it's going to look really, really, really good in here. I'm very excited for what this room is going to turn out into. Over there we have the stools for the bar table in the kitchen, which I'm about to build right now. And not only did he give us a TV, Mr. Mozak, he gave us a coffee table as well. So that coffee table is going to come right here. And it's black. Haven't really seen the full scope of it, but I think it's gonna fit very well in here. Plus it was, free, so nothing beats free. And then this is the bedroom. We built the bed in here. Everything is coming along well. We did take the old TV that was in here and put it in here. And once we did that, we realized that the TV in here was not mounted on a beam. So the TV basically, I don't even know what the term of it is, but the TV basically pulled itself out of the wall. So we had to take the whole thing down, recompound and sand the walls, make sure that we found the beams. So now we know where the beams are. We repainted the wall. The new wall mount, the new TV mount comes later today. So we're gonna mount that properly where we found the beams and have it nice and steady on this wall. The paint is currently drying. And then, we got this room here, which we are still brainstorming ideas of how we're really gonna bring this room to life, but don't worry, we'll figure it out. But yeah, other than that, things are really coming along. A lot of these rooms have like unique qualities that I really love and enjoy about them, but I'm excited to see how things are coming along. I haven't had a haircut since I started this process. I'm looking to get everything done by Friday, and then hopefully I can get a haircut this weekend because I told myself I'm not getting a haircut until I finish everything. But yeah, the goal is to get everything done by Friday and hopefully move on to the next project because I'm ready to move on to the next project, guys. But March has been very, very gracious to me, very blessed, I will say. I thank God every day for the opportunities that I get, placed in front of. And I thank God for, His grace and His mercy throughout this entire process. And I thank God that I get to do this because, I love it. Like, this beats a 9 to 5. It gives me passion, it gives me purpose, and there's nothing I would rather do. So all of that to say, we get back to work and continue updating you guys on the process. How we doing, y'all? New day, new task. As you guys see, I have Brianna in the background.
Hey.
And today we are tackling the last major thing we have to do for this kitchen. And I'm gonna show you guys. As you guys know today, or as you guys know yesterday, we installed this countertop. It looks great, it looks beautiful, it's pretty sturdy. But the problem is that the rest of the countertops in the kitchen don't match. So what we'll be doing today is rewrapping all of the countertops in a similar design, which is like black matte vinyl type of wrap. And we're gonna wrap the rest of the kitchen to make it look similar to this countertop over here. Very excited. We're wrapping things up. I can get a haircut very soon once everything is done.
Maybe I'm a window person, so here and what do you call it? Yeah, so the hot honey, I don't want to sleep on it because it probably can give like hard seltzer.
Not only can we focus on one thing, we can only focus on one thing.